My brain is only a receiver in the universe. There's a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core. But I know it exists. Nikola Tesla. This incident happened in Baroda, India, at around 2008. There is a great cardiac surgeon in Baroda, called S. Shailesh Mehta. You have to get an appointment, at least a month before, to approach him. A couple with a 6-year-old girl walked into the office of Dr. Mehta, a 69-year-old man, and handed the girl's file to him. Apparently, there was some serious, clogging issue with the little girl's heart. The couple had already consulted some doctors, who gave up on her. Mr. Mehta explained the couple that her condition is bad, and she need to have an open heart surgery immediately, or she will just have a maximum of 3 to 6 months. He added, that there is only 30% chance that the girl will survive the operation. The couple cried their heart out. The child was admitted to hospital, and the date was fixed. 6 days were left for the operation. Her mother made her child chant stotras, bhajans, etc., and she used to tell her child that God is all-powerful. He is your protector and resides in your heart. Have faith in him, you will be well. On the date of operation, as the nurses were preparing the girl, Dr. Mehta went into her room. He had already done so many operations, and he knew that there is a good chance that the girl won't make it. The child was so cheerful and confident that she used to greet the doctors with so much warmth that the doctors were amazed, as they themselves weren't sure whether the operation was going to be successful. Finally the day came. All the arrangements were made, the girl was asked to lie down on the table, and then, Dr. Shailesh Mehta entered. The girl saw him, and greeted him with a big smile. The doc returned her with a smile. But suddenly, a thought struck his mind. Now this child is very cheerful and happy, but who knows that this girl survives or not, after this operation. The following conversation happened between them.
How are you feeling? Don't worry, you'll be all right.
I am not worried. But I have a question to ask.
What is it?
Everybody is telling me that I have to undergo open heart surgery. Does it mean that you open my heart completely?
Well, don't worry, you won't feel pain. I will give you medicine for that. Don't worry.
I am not worried about that at all, that's not my question, but will you open my heart? Because my mom and everybody always tells me that God resides in my heart. So, if you open it, you will be seeing the omniscient God directly. Can you just see if God is there inside? After my operation, tell me how he looks like.
This doctor, interestingly, was a non-believer. Dr. Mehta was stumped. He didn't know what to answer. But he still said, he will, just to console the child. The operation started. The heart was cut open. One necessary condition for the success of this operation was, the blood should flow the moment the cut was made, but due to the clogging, blood was not flowing towards the heart. They waited. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no blood flow. 25 minutes, 30 minutes, They were really waiting for the blood, because without it, operation was not going to be successful. The BP was going down, pulse rate was going down. 45 minutes passed, and after trying everything, Dr. Mehta finally told the fellow surgeons that now nothing can be done. Other doctors also nodded their head acknowledging him. He then remembered the talk which he had with the girl. He suddenly felt guilty and intensely emotional. Tears started flowing from his eyes. Other doctors saw that this person is literally crying. They had never seen Dr. Mehta in this form. He was considered very rational, logical and strong. That was the image that everyone had about him. At that moment, he stepped aside and did something which he had never done before. With hands soaked in blood, folded his palms, and prayed to Lord, saying,
This girl believes that you exist, she believes you save her. As far as my knowledge and skills are concerned, I have done everything and stand absolutely helpless and clueless.
But, O Lord, if at all you exist, my sincere prayers to you is please, save this child. He was in tears while doing this. He was in total surrender and absolute silence. This way, he remained around 10 to 20 seconds. At this moment, suddenly something happened. In his closed eyes, he got a nudge from his fellow surgeon, who said,
Doctor, please open your eyes. Blood has started flowing into her heart.
He couldn't see anything. As his eyes were filled with tears, he wiped it, and saw the wonder which had happened. Immediately, all the life-sustaining machines were on. All docs started working together for next 4 hours. They kept cleaning all the blockages, and the operation was successful. This doctor said,
This girl will survive, and will not have any heart problems, for the next 60 years.
The girl, after getting well, came running to doctor, and asked him,
Doctor, did you see God? How does he look like?
Then the doctor hugged the child and said,
Girl, God is not someone who can be seen through this naked eyes, he is someone who can be experienced in a pure heart. I could experience his presence. And you can too.
This one incident completely transformed Dr. Mehta. He was an atheist before, but from then on he became a staunch believer in God. After this incident, every time he went to operation, he would stand in front of a picture of the God, and he would pray for his grace and blessings, with surrender. He later says, It is this small girl who made me cultured. This says, through pure heart, God can be felt. Pure heart is one which has been filled with noble emotions. On the contrary, impure heart is one which is filled with anger, hatred, jealousy, etc. These never allow one to experience him, even though he is right there. There are numerous ways of purifying the mind and experiencing the divine. One of the most efficient and popular one is the Ashtanga Yoga of Maharishi Patanjali. Please note here, asana, or yogasan, is just one among the 8 limbs of yoga. Most people think mistakenly that yoga means only asanas, or the different postures. Instead, the practice and lifestyle of yoga is not just about the perfect posture, it's a perfect science, about creating a deeper connection and awareness of ourselves. Yo, subscribe!